How to buy and sell repossessed cars in the Philippines. Welcome to the Kuya Manzano show, and I'm doing this guide, step-by-step guide to help you if you want to get into buy and selling cars repossessed from the banks. Yeah, cars that other people could not pay, and the bank took the cars back, and now they sell them sometimes at a discount. Sometimes they are selling them at market price. So you have to do your due diligence and your math. Yeah, you have to get a calculator and really think about this properly. So I'm gonna help you think about it, and I'm gonna guide you step by step. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you straight, the easiest way possible I can. Okay, so step number one, find a precise model that you want to buy and sell. Okay, there are many brands and models that are out there, so you have to look for one. I would say as a starter, I suggest you find a car that's popular. Popular meaning normal, common, that many people use. Not a Ferrari, okay? More of a Toyota, more of a Mitsubishi, on the middle class kind, where most people can be your buyers. Okay, so for the example, I would go for a car I bought 2 times this car, a Mirage sedan, GLX, gas, manual transmission from year 2020. Okay, you have to be very precise, because depending on all these specs, the price will change a lot. Yeah? And also the kilometers, these things change a lot, the prices. So you find a precise model, okay, very precise, and then you go to Facebook and you check for the second-hand prices for that same car, exact same car you're targeting right now. Okay, so say I'm looking for the Mirage sedan, GLX, gas, manual transmission 2020 in Facebook, and I find that they're selling it, other people are selling it for 350,000 pesos. Okay, a little more expensive, a little cheaper, a little more kilometers, a little less, etc., etc. That's the total price. So now I know what people more or less are paying for it or are asking for it. So I have to, in the long term, when I'm gonna sell, I have to sell a little cheaper than them, so I sell it faster. The price you're gonna sell for later on is not the price that you want. It's not the price where you will make money. It's the price that the people, the market, will pay for it. Okay, people are not stupid. They will pay what is a good deal. That's when a transaction happens. If there's a good deal, if it's not a good deal for them, the transaction won't happen, and you will just keep the car for yourself. Okay, so step number 3, you have to find the same model you're looking for. You have to look for a cheaper version, of course, from a bank warehouse. So how do you find the models for sale at the bank warehouses? Most of the banks here in the Philippines have their cars listed in public. Okay, so you just have to Google, for example, video cars for sale. Okay, all banks have this. East West Bank cars for sale, and they will give you a link. You will find the link, and you will see all the cars with the plate numbers, with the year, with the kilometers, the color, the description, all that. Okay, so I suggest you print all the maybe 1 or 2 pages of the exact model you're targeting. Okay, and start looking which prices have a big difference compared to the Facebook market prices. Yeah, what are people paying for them? How much cheaper can you get the same car? Okay, when you find those, maybe you find 1 or 2 that are bagay, that are matching your price point and what you wanna be buying and selling. After you found it, you have to go personally to the car dealership. Banks have several dealership. I mean the warehouse of the bank. The banks have several warehouses distributed around the Philippines. So if you're in Metro Manila, they might have a a warehouse in Quezon City, another warehouse in Alabang. So each car is in a different warehouse. It's indicated in the link. It's indicated in the PDF of the bank. So you have to go there physically and check the cars. Okay, what do you know? There's a telephone, there's an address, and there's a schedule for that. Okay, so you just go, call, inform yourself, and go. What do you need? The cars are very dirty. Okay, dirty. They normally don't have a battery, etc., etc. So I suggest you bring a battery for starting the car. Yeah, you buy a battery, bring a battery, and so you can jump start. Bring cables for that. I suggest you bring a towel and sanitizer. It's very dirty. It has molds. It has dust. It's very unhygienic. Okay, and if you can, bring your mechanic. Okay, that will help a lot. You know, if you're serious about this, bring a mechanic because they can see things that maybe you, or if you're not an expert, you cannot see. Yeah, of course, that's gonna have some cost for you. Yes, of course. This is a business after all. You have to spend in order to earn. Okay, when you already did all that and you found a car that's good for you, it's in the good price and it's a decent condition. Okay, it's not gonna be a perfect condition. It's in a decent condition. You bid for the car you want. Okay, you make a bid because the cars are in auction normally. It's whoever wins the bid gets to buy the car. The rules are different for each bank. Some banks will let you just pay a straightforward price. No need to bid. You just go there and pay for the price. Other banks, you have to put a secret bid, an amount that you want, whatever you think the car is good and suited for you, and you put it in an envelope, and they also tell you what's the minimum bid normally. And after 1 week, they send you an email or they call you, oh, you won the bid. If you didn't win the bid, they normally don't even communicate with you. Okay, they're silence, crickets. So well, you have to follow it up a little and stuff. So more or less, in 1 week, you will know if you won the bid or not. If you want it, you have to pay for the car, number one. Number two, you go there, you pick it up. Whenever they tell you it's ready for picking up, you go pick it up. And you take it home and you repair what is needed. Okay, pro tip, don't drive a car without insurance. Probably it has no insurance, yeah? So, you have to get an insurance for that car before taking it out because you don't want to be driving a car without insurance. That's illegal, okay? So you pay for the insurance, even if it's a temporary insurance, only for 3 or 4 months left for the year, I don't know, whatever. Figure it out with your insurance company. But you need an insurance, even if it's not under your name yet. Yep. Okay, figure it out. Get an insurance, don't drive without an insurance. Once you have the car with you at your home, you have to start the transferring to your name process. So for transferring the car under your name, because now it's your car, you want to sell a car that's yours. You don't want to sell a car that's from another person. Right now, the car is in the name of another person, whoever didn't pay to the bank, yeah? So the bank has the papers. So step number one, you need to get the original papers from the bank. You need the OR and the CR from the bank, okay? And then you need a letter where it says that you bought the car from the bank at this price, etc., at this date. Okay, so it's legally yours. For that, you're also gonna need a police clearance. You have to go to the national police, get a clearance. They need to check on they make a stencil on the motor parts. They check that it has no delinquency, background check, etc. So after the police clearance, you have to go to an LTO office. You have to go to an LTO office where it was originally, the plate was originally released. Yeah, the original place. If you're in Metro Manila, you have to go to the precise office where the LTO, where it was originally done, the LTO papers. If the papers were originally processed in the province, then you can go to any LTO in Metro Manila, okay? But if not, you have to go to the precise one there. So you'll figure that out. You can go to any LTO office with a plate number and figure it out and say, okay, how can I put this into my name? And then they'll guide you, okay? So all this will take you several days. Yeah, it will take you a week of going back and forth, and this is missing, this is not missing. I suggest you go early in the office and smile a lot. Yeah, it helps. And then you need an insurance. Whenever you put the car finally under your name, it will be valid for a year, more or less. Depends also. Normally you, whatever, you do it for the next year already, if you can. Or if it's only for this year, it's okay. But you need to do this every year anyway. And you'll need an insurance under your name for whatever the new LTO period is. So say you're doing it for next year, so you already can get the insurance for the whole year. It kind of goes together, no? The renovation of papers, of the ownership, the renewal, and the insurance. Okay, so you'll have to, it's bureaucracy. You need to go through this and pay for it. Yeah, it will be, I don't know, whatever, 1,000 insurance or 1,000, whatever, 2,000, something like that. Yeah, all in all, maybe with the police and everything and the tips, maybe you're spending 5,000 pesos for this, something like that. Okay, and then when it's already under your name, now you're ready to sell it. Okay, so now you're gonna go to Facebook and you're gonna post it with a lot of pictures and a lot of explanations, and you're gonna try to sell it for a profit. When you sell it, you're gonna put a price that you're gonna sell it. It has to be a good deal, remember. Whenever you sell it, when you have the money from the buyer, you have to create a closed deed of sale. I'll repeat that, a closed deed of sale, not the common practice. The common practice is an open deed of sale. You want a closed deed of sale where it has your name, his name, and it's closed. That's why it's closed. Now, normally they don't include the buyer's name. That's illegal. Don't do that stuff. You know, that's common practice, but it's illegal. Okay, so you create a closed deed of sale and you notarize 4 copies. You keep the 4 copies and you notarize it. Don't leave it under the buyer's responsibility, because normally they might forget and it's going to be a problem for you. So you keep the 4 copies. 1 is for the buyer, 1 is for you, 1 for the notary, and 1 extra. You create those 4 copies, you get them signed, all original, not sign one and Xerox the rest. No. You have 4 copies, all signed with original, with a ball pen, hand and ball pen, okay? And then you'll need another paper with IDs. 2 IDs for the buyer, 2 IDs for the seller. Okay, you have 4 copies of that, and you also have 3 original signatures from both buyer and seller in each paper. Okay, original. And that's it. You would have sold it, okay? And now it's under the buyer's responsibility to next year, whenever they have to renew the papers, put it under their name, okay? That's gonna be on their side, their responsibility. There's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they do it, because it's not just gonna be under your name. But if there's a problem with the car, you already have the deed of sale under, right? You have the original deed of sale, your copy. After notarizing it, you're gonna give 1 copy to the buyer, but you're gonna keep the other 1 for yourself. And you have that as a defense, as a disclaimer, in case the car is in an accident, in case the car is used for some unlawful activity. You have it. You have that original deed of sale that proves that the car is not yours since last year, no? Okay. So, final tips of advice. Before buying, you must compute very well, okay? So, what is the market price? You have to sell it a little less than the market price, so it's sulit, so it's a good deal for them, and you will sell it fast. You don't want to have a car 3 or 4 months with you. It's costing you, okay? It costs you parking, it costs you maintenance, it costs you, the older a car is, the lower the price in the market, etc., okay? So, what's your cost? Your cost is the bank price, what you pay the bank, plus the repairs, plus the trips you're going back and forth to do all this business, plus the bureaucracy, the government papers, yeah, plus the mechanic. Yeah, there's some mechanic that you're bringing the first day, remember? And so that you have to pay him for that stuff, yeah? So after you computed all this, my question for you is the profit left worth the effort? If it's enough profit left, then do it. If it's not enough profit left, then don't do it. If the profit left, for example, for me, if at the end with all the expenses and everything, I'm gonna make 10,000 pesos, probably I'm not gonna do this because it's a lot of effort. It's gonna be like it can be a month of paperwork and meeting buyers, and you have to wait for the papers from the bank. It's a lot of phone calls, a lot of follow-up, dealing with the government, etc. Dealing with the police. Everyone's asking for a tip here or there, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so it's gonna take your time, energy, and money. So you have to compute beforehand, before starting all this process, if you think it's gonna be profitable. Okay, so well, I think that's as clear as I can make it so far. You can ask me. I'm Kuya Manzano in every social media network. I'm happy to help. I did this for a friend who's thinking of doing this business, and I hope this helps you. Yeah, you know who you are. So yeah, it's my pleasure. Love and infinity. See ya.